What's up, everybody? This is Jamie. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a team deathmatch on Kowloon. The gameplay's it's not really what you'd expect. I don't even really use a gun. I don't even think I have my gun out very long. I think I fire it once maybe this whole game, and that's right coming up here in just a second. But this game, I thought after the 1.06 patch it was going to be better, because the first few days it did seem like it was a little bit better, but since then it's kind of I don't know, it seems like there's no lag at all, and the second that somebody pops on my screen, it's almost like I'm firing my gun, because it jumps just without even firing it. It's kind of weird. So basically making montages is the only thing that really I play this for anymore. And so I was going to just work on doing a montage, and I got a bunch of ballistic knife kills and stuff, so figured I would go ahead and take the time to talk about like my techniques and how I use the ballistic knife and tomahawk and all that, even though I don't think I used tomahawk on this one. But I usually upload my montages to Facebook too, to the Call of Duty Black Ops page, and I get a lot of comments. I probably get more comments and views on Facebook than I do on my actual YouTube channel, but I get a lot of people asking me how I actually do the ballistic knives and stuff, because everybody thinks it's a lot tougher than it is. It was something that really I never planned on being good at or anything. It just kind of happened that I ended up, being pretty good at it. So I'm just going to talk about my techniques and ideas for how I play it and stuff, and there'll be different points throughout the game where I kind of can give you examples and stuff. But basically, if you're going to run around with a ballistic knife and a tomahawk, you want to have scavenger, obviously, because running around chasing your knife down and tomahawk and all that's not easy most of the time. But I mean, outside of scavenger, you can pretty much use whatever you want. Warlord is good if you have pro, because it'll give you 2 tomahawks and stuff, but it's really just whatever. But when I do this, I like to stick to edges. I try to always have cover, like right there. I'm behind this, whatever this is. I try to stick to corners. Like if I'm going to go around a corner, I'll wait till this comes up actually. Right here's a good example. Like, instead of going in the door and turning once you get inside of this, like right here, I try to already be facing the way that I think that there's going to be a guy. Like, if I think he's straight on, I'm going to go ahead and aim straight out the door. And you just want to attack when you need to attack. You want to, know when you need to retreat. Try to catch people from behind as often as possible. That's what she said. Because, I mean, if they don't know you're there, they're a whole lot easier to kill, obviously. So you want to check your radar, kind of have a good idea of where everybody's at, which I know a lot of people, that's a problem, because they run into so many people using Ghost. I don't really seem to have that issue that often, but I just try to stick to the inside as much as possible, stay behind walls, watch your cover, watch for your teammates. Obviously, kind of want your teammates to go in front of you if you get the opportunity. But I try to always, be around. When I get to a doorway or something like this, I try to make sure that I'm already facing the direction that the person is, or at least where I think they are. And the reason for that is because if you go through the doorway and then try to turn, you have to adjust a lot. I mean, you have to turn, get yourself facing towards them, you have to get the right height adjustment, you have to, aim your left and right to get to where they are. Where if you're already facing their general direction and have a good idea of the height that you need to aim, basically it's a left and right adjustment, which is a whole lot easier to pull off. So I try to make sure that I go around corners, I try to turn in the direction I think that people might already be. I don't know if there's any really good examples of that in this game, but here I get a helicopter, and this is basically why I don't use the chopper gunner. It seems like I always get shot down really quickly, but I think where I'm at now, when it goes back to my actual character, is a good example. If you can stay in little spots like this, where it's thin little sidewalks where there's not a whole lot of left and right adjustment that you need to make, try to catch people coming out of doorways where there's not much room for them to move around and maneuver. Right here, this guy gets really lucky, because there's one spot where I could have possibly shot this a little too high and hit this piece of wood, and somehow I landed it right there and kind of protected the guy, I guess. But overall, this was a pretty good game as far as ballistic knife and stuff. I mean, there's no really amazing kills that I got or anything, but I was pretty consistent with it and everything like that. But I don't know. Basically, ballistic knife, tomahawk, all that kind of thing. It's really not so much skill as it is just coming up with your own techniques. You know, like just practicing it enough, not getting kind of annoyed when things don't go your way with it. Because I mean, there's games where I have a really hard time even breaking even with it. There's games where, you know, like this, I can get 3, 4, 5 to 1 kill deaths. It just really depends. But you just want to make sure, like I said, you want to retreat when you need to retreat. You want to stick to small spaces like that little walkway out there where there's no, you know, not too much aiming involved. You want to stick to indoors, stick to walls, stick to cover, try to flank up behind the team. I don't know where the hell that guy came from, but you want to like try to get behind him as much as possible. Just practice it more than anything. I think more than any technique is just not getting discouraged whenever you die a lot, because I mean that's going to happen, especially when you first start using the ballistic knife and stuff. So that's really, I guess, it. I mean, it's not really so much technique as it is just practice and practice and practice and getting your timing down and all that. Another thing that I do, which is kind of weird, and I never even realized I did it until I started watching my clips a little more closely when I do my montages, is I will kind of strafe back and forth. Like if there's a guy up on a building and I'm trying to take him out with a ballistic knife or something, I'll kind of strafe back and forth on him to throw his aim off while I adjust the height, and then instead of standing still, I'll try to go ahead and fire the ballistic knife or tomahawk off while I'm passing him instead of actually stopping on him. So that seems to help too, but that kind of takes a little bit of practice, I guess. But go 12 and 4, 3 to 1 kill death, and yeah, pretty decent game.